All right, Anthony, we're going to start with you. This surely is a race that you kind English racing folk can keep at home, no?
I think so. It's a race I've been very lucky with, but for a bloodstock agent, the Triumph Hurdle is the one race I always think that if you can get where I'm coming from, the man who doesn't own the next year's Triumph Hurdle winner yet. If you see what I'm trying to say, that it's the one race where every runner in the race next year pretty much will have been purchased between now and 12 months' time. So for a bloodstock agent, the Triumph Hurdle is quite a race for us. I have been lucky in this race, and I have bought the winner of the 5 of the last 6 years. Now, have I got the winner this year?
What have you running for you?
What have I got running for me? Well, they've been falling apart like fly. They're going down like anything at the moment. But Pearl Swan and Grametti that were neck and neck in the finesse, and Boulder Success. And I've got a lot of respect for Pearl Swan and Grametti. I think both trainers felt that they were their #1 Triumph horses, and they have said that for a little while. And they're both going there in good shape. Grametti is fine tonight. He'll be ridden tomorrow. He just missed this morning and yesterday because he pricked his foot, spread a plate, but he's okay. Don't worry about backing Grametti on that. He only ran 2 weeks ago anyway, so his fitness is absolutely assured, and he'll be able to work again by the weekend. Pearl Swan gave him weight in the finesse hurdle and won it slightly on merit, even though it got reversed. They will be in the shake-up. I just got a feeling that Chock is chosen wrong. I think he's been pushed by, I think King says that Grametti's his best juvenile because he shows flat speed on the gallops. And Chock's going to ride Grametti, but I think they're wrong. I think the O'Toy horse, the jumper, Boulder Success, is the better horse. And I think that he's crept up on him a bit. They've not quite rated him because he's not a flashy worker at home. I think the value bet is Boulder Success. And it wouldn't surprise me if Wayne Hutchinson, it's the only ride he'll have for Alan King all week. And what a season he's had for Alan's yard. But Chock gets all the rides, and that will be the only ride he rides for Alan King. And he has done it before. You're right. He won on Oak Creek in the Grand Annual Chase. Wayne Hutchinson's only winning ride at Cheltenham Festival. And again, and it was the only ride for Alan King. Yeah. Well, it could just happen. It'll be a fairy tale stuff for Wayne because he's had a great season. It's a shame, but that's what a #2 jockey has to do. He has to stand back when the #1 jockey's back. But Boulder Success would be my call on it.
Okay, thanks, Anthony. Tom, apart from your view on the ranking order of Alan King's jockeys, your record in this race is second only to Anthony Bromley. And,
thank you very much. Is it?
What do you think will win this?
Well, first of all, Alan King's got his jockeys the wrong way around for starters, but there we go. I like Paul Nicholls' horse, Dodging Bullets. I'm pretty sure he thinks he's a fair bit better than Pearl Swan. Now, Anthony's probably might shoot me down on this, but the vibes I'm getting from the Nicholls camp are that Dodging Bullets is a fair bit ahead of Pearl Swan. That gives him a very good chance of winning this race. He's only had the one run. He was a good flat horse in Ireland. He beat his Sabat, giving him weight. He's a decent horse, this. I think he's a lot better than Pearl Swan, and I think he'll run really well. He's a big price this morning. I think, for me, Dodging Bullets would be the one.
Dream On.
Dream On?
Yeah. He's too free. He hasn't got the experience, and I'm afraid it'll all be a disaster. It's a nice idea.
Jonathan, no. We're talking about the Triumph Hurdle, right? And there's a lady there in the front row, and she's asleep, and they're putting me to sleep because it is the worst race at the Cheltenham Festival. Please, can we move on? And if you go out the night before, get langers and drink as much as you can drink and stay in bed an hour later and do the whole lot and arrive on in for the second race because, oh my God. Joe is beating Pat and Tim is beating Joe and Sarah is coming on and beating the whole lot of them all year round. There's no form or anything to it. And she's up. Yeah, she's up. We can move on. She's ready to go.
Willie, you've liked this race over the years.
I do, and I'm delighted to hear Anthony has bought 5 of the last 6 because I hope he got outbid on this year's winner. He left the sales thinking he was going to buy Daroon, but we anyway, it cost me a lot more than I thought he was going to cost me. Wondering who was doing the bidding on the far side. But anyhow, Daroon, I think, is going to run a big race. He will get ground that he's never got before. He'll get, by Friday, the ground will be very dry. And Just lack of experience is the only thing, but I think he's going to run a big race.
And he looks like a stayer, and that's what you need in the youth course, isn't it?
Yes, he looks like a chaser really, and he's a huge, big stayer, and I think he's improving all the time. So I'm giving him a good each way chance. But I think, like Davy, the same thing. Triumph Hurdle is
right.
Whatever.
Whatever. Paddy, the Fred Winter has kind of sorted out the wheat from the chaff here, because this used to be a race that could be won by a 20-to-1 shot, a 33-to-1 shot, but now it's won by fancied horses. It's not the race it was for bookmakers. What are you going to take on here?
Take them all on. Simple as that. It's like a race. You just open the bag and kick on. Like I couldn't tip up anything in it. I'd be like Davy. Like there's nothing between about 10 of them. The only horse that you might say is Willie's horse, Daroon. He won at Christmas. He probably idled, didn't do a whole pile. Looked like the Dermot Wells horse might beat him, but then he picked up well and won well in the end. Like he looks like a tough bit of a horse, and a horse that might relish the battle and hustle and bustle of a triumph. He probably looked the one for me, but Davy's spot on. Like, it's a bit of a shit of a race, to be honest.
Right. We're gone past the half-time watershed. It's okay.